Good afternoon, Kung Fu Fossil here. So today we're going to do a bit of a revision on Elaine's MS stuff, and we're going to progress it, will be the thing. So today though we're working with how you've got really sophisticated names, or we'll just call it you get itchy, and your forearms, upper arms, etc, etc. We're going to be doing some work which is going to definitely help you with that. Plus we're going to do a bit of that balance work, and we're going to try a bit of continuum. But remember, when you do these, that you will have good and bad days, and on a bad day you will do the easy progression, on a bad day you would do the other progression. Okay? Alright, let's get into it. Okay, so our first one we're going to do will be just that rocking backwards and forwards, remembering that we're trying to do this with no shoes on, remembering too with MS that some days this could feel like broken glass, so you know, be logical how you do it. We want to really focus on getting our toes up and our heel up on that back one. Again, doing this both eyes open and closed for some balance. Okay. Very good, very good. And then Elaine still had that other one. Remember, we picked one leg up in front, just sort of a bit more like what we did with that ankle rehab. And she just holds and touches the chair and tries to close her eyes to get some balance. Some days this will be a lot better than others. Putting the foot down. Let's do that with the other side. Awesome. Okay, so now we'll take it back, and instead of just rocking backwards and forwards, we're going to try and rock backwards and forwards and take one step and then come back. Beautiful. So on that one step, we just want to try and make sure we land on our heel, that our body's upright, our hips are in a good position. Yes. Okay, and monitor where your knees are and stuff. Okay, let's do that the other way around, please. Yep, and step forward when you have to. Remembering all of this can be done with your eyes open or closed, but it depends on what kind of a day that you are having. Always be kind to yourself. Okay, beautiful. All right, we'll stop from that. We'll rest from both of them. Now, last time, if you put your right foot forward, we did this pushing across, tap and push in. So this obviously rolled across the arm, tapping gives a different sensation, and then we were pushing in, but it's also like a martial art drill. So, but what we're going to do today is we're just going to roll the arms around. So not much force, because again, we know that we can get quite tired. You can use your, if you're feeling good, you could use your body around with this backwards and forwards. If you're not, then you would just use your arm. Yeah. If you have to use more pressure because the arm is of that sensitivity today, you can. And if you wanted to use less, you can. Remember, nothing is right, nothing is wrong. You could bend your knees a little bit more though, yeah. Just so now we're using our glutes, using these other muscles, and then we just change legs. And we'll do the same thing. So just rolling it around, just being aware. Again, you could do this eyes open or closed. If you do it with your eyes closed, it probably works better, because we just want to feel, yeah, what's going on. You can do an elbow out or elbow down. Elbow down is probably a better position to do it from. You can do it very, very slow, slower again, if we're really after feel, or you can speed it up, okay? And then you just change hands when you think things are getting a little bit tired. Yeah. We can then go back to that very first one we did. Do you remember that from last time? Which was push across, tap. So you push me across, tap my arm, yes, and in. Okay. So we can go back to this one. If we start to feel a bit tired or we want some variation, then we just go back to this. Okay. So nothing's meant to be really forced. If you're feeling too hard, or it's the itchiness is too bad today, then there's no reason why you can't just do it in the air. And that way you're getting a bit of strength in the shoulders, yeah, but you can still just put one foot forward, circling one way, circling the other way, yeah. eyes open and closed, imagining there's an arm there. If you can't do it, you could probably roll it against, I don't know, a pole in the pergola or something like that as well if you really wanted to. You know, there's no rules on rehab. Everybody is individual, everybody is very, very different. So therefore your progression with this will be different, because remember, it's got a lot to do with that myelin sheath and things like that, and the dissolving of different bits and pieces. They will have good and bad days. If you're having a good day, do good things. If you're not having a good day, then you've got to look after it a bit more, okay? All right, we'll cut that from there. All right, so now we're going to work more on this part of our step. So what we do is we can use the corner of a wall or the flat of a wall. The further away from the wall your feet are, then the easier the exercise is to do. We want your legs straight because we want to activate our VMOs, vastus medialis oblique, a nice big muscle in there. So what we get, all we get her to do is curl her toes, her feet, and then bring them back down. And we see as we're doing them, is that this foot curls up a lot better than that one. Okay, so that means that this one would possibly be a trip risk, yeah, with these sorts of things. So now we turn our feet out like a duck and we do the same thing. It just works a different area. It's not necessarily harder, it's just a different area. And now turning your feet in, please. Yes. And see, this leg doesn't really want to turn in as much either, and that's okay. It'll vary from day to day. And that's all what we're looking at. How many reps and sets? You do them to a bit of fatigue, and as you know, fatigue could be 5 reps one day and it could be 10 reps another day, doesn't matter. But this is all about getting your biomechanics working as good as they can and not tripping over, fall, because obviously when we start falling over, we create a whole new bunch of problems, and this is nice because it's in an anchored position. Okay, so do them again. So we've got straight ones, feet out, and then feet in. And try not to let your feet slap, just try to roll your toes up and down. And we do it against a wall so you just don't poke your bum out and not use those other muscles. Okie doke. All right. We'll do that bit. Okay, so in conclusion for today's bit, we've added, but we've also revised what we've already got. It's important that you remember where you are on any given day. If you're having a bad day, there's always something you can do. You can do that single arm one sitting like we did last time with different things. There's no reason why you can't move around, you know. You have to look at things as not as what I can't do today, but what can I do today kind of thing, you know. That's probably the most important takeaway from all of this, is that sort of thing. So, you know, this is Kung Fu's Fossil wanting you to stay safe, strong and well, and I will talk to you in a week or so. Bye for now.